Hey, Steve Raza here again, director of the Johnson County Library. Just going to try a second time to show you some of the books we have available to check out. Last time the Facebook post was a little bit low volume, so we're going to try this way. Like I was saying before, we've got a bunch of nonfiction books that we recently linked, and hopefully some of those will be useful for whenever we don't have this white, snowy stuff coming down outside. One of them right here, A Way to Garden, and another one called Gardentopia. Both really fun ones for you if you're planting things outside this season. Also got books for the veggie people. And if you're getting up to the greenhouses whenever they're open, I assume, and you want to do some decorating inside, we've got decorating with plants. And then switch over a little bit to some other ones that are useful. Leadership book, Leadership is Language, Hidden Power of What You Say and What You Don't. Sounds like an interesting read. I might have to give that one a look. Got some history ones and current events, I guess you could say, Between Two Fires, which is a current day book about truth, ambition, and compromise in Putin's Russia. We have a couple different books actually about that topic here that we've added to the collection in the past few years. We have a World War II era Holocaust book, Last Stop Auschwitz. It's a personal story, my story of survival from within the camp, written by a survivor. And another one here. This is not a contemporary book, by the way, Congress at War. It's a tale from the Civil War, and it deals with Republican reformers during the war itself, the conduct of the war, their agreement with and opposition to Lincoln, and dealing with slavery and Reconstruction and those kind of things. We got a couple really cool photography books that I'm excited about. This one is called Revolution in Black and White. It's about the Civil Rights era. And the same fella who did that also did another one called Aftershock, which are pictures from World War II that a lot of times were taken by military photographers and weren't allowed to release those images at the time. So we've got some really good ones in there. For example, one of those right there dealing with the dark room of a photographer, and a lot of ones from battlefield sites and behind the scenes kind of things. So lots of interesting stuff there, especially for folks who are researching World War II. And another neat one is this monster of a tome, Man-Made Wonders of the World. Now, this one's got a lot of fun pictures in it, especially, again, for students. It has things like St. Basil's Cathedral in Russia and a semi-famous castle that's almost an island to itself there in France, and a bunch of other really neat historic and ancient sites from around the world. This one's definitely worth a check out. I might have to sneak this one home at some point myself. And several more that we can go through and look at. You know, we've got a fellow who was a Yazidi resistance fighter against ISIS in Iraq. A book about trade, if you're interested in learning about trade. Trade is not a four-letter word. And one about the Three-Cornered War, which deals with the Civil War's connection to the Indian Wars in the American West. So, yeah, we got a whole great stack of those, and we just had a batch of fiction novels come in today, which we'll be getting those linked over the next couple of days, and we'll try to throw up another video toward the end of the week, beginning of next, to show you what other titles we have. Just a reminder that we'll have staff working here from 9 to 5 through the duration of our restriction of access, I guess you could call it. And anytime you want to call, you can call in and request books, and we can have those checked out to you, and we'll stick them out on our cart that we have our curbside on the south side of the building by Bank of Buffalo. If you go to our website at www.jclwyo.org, you can access the card catalog from there and look for titles. Just remember, if you see a title and it says it has a date on it when it's returning, that's going to be a book that's already checked out. So you want to look for the ones that already say they're in a place like nonfiction or fiction or children's or something like that. We'll keep you up to date with more things going on. Thanks.